It's Heather. I'm so sorry that like my last few days I've just been wrecked because of everything going on and like my stress level and just tired like and everything and like yesterday's video like I really wanted to shoot it here like I normally do and everything, but like at the same time I wanted to be respectful and I have no problem being flexible, to help somebody out and stuff like that and everything, but I don't know, like because Jennifer Jennifer has been very helpful and I'm very grateful for that. But then she's also got this negative way of looking at things, more so than I would prefer, I guess you could say, like if I was picking and choosing. And she's completely different from me. We're just two polar opposites and not in a way like me and EJ was, or like even me and my sister are. It's like we're just, me and Jennifer are just two completely polar opposites, and it's not, I don't want to be like it's not in a good way, but I don't know how else to word it. So take it and word it however, but it's not. And it's not that I have anything against her. I accept her for who she is. She is the way that she is. She does the things the way that she does, and so on and so forth, and everything like that. I don't think she fully accepts me for who I am. I think she thinks she does, and she would ultimately rather pretend that she does because she don't like the. I think she does take some offense to the trueness, like of who I actually am. But that's her own battle she's got to deal with. Like if that's the case, I can't help her. That's just like I don't know if she is really bad like likes me, or if it's just like I'm somebody, and I'm somebody that is tolerable, like that she can tolerate. And then even if she really does like really, really like me and everything, it's like I don't like her, obviously, and I'm not saying that like obviously, but I'm saying that because the type of person I am. I really friggin' like fell in love with EJ. I could cry right now saying that because I feel stupid for saying it because of the reaction that I've got from EJ. And then I feel like I've doomed myself to like caring about her as much as I did everybody else, and I've cared about everybody else that I've ever cared about for years on end, just to have nothing reciprocated, and nobody give a damn about me. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, don't do this to yourself again, but then at the same time I'm like, but I can't, it's like I can't go against the grain of who I am in that aspect, and I like who I am in that aspect, and I like myself for that. And it's like I wish that somebody that I liked would at least respect that about me, or, you know, something along that line. But I don't know what the future holds. Holy shit, I don't want to cry, but I wish I could. Like, I wish I could have a real good cry session. But Jennifer's kid's fixing to get off the bus, and I gotta get her because, yeah, her mom won't be home for a little while. Or to pick her up, should I say. And then that's the thing, too, is like, she's living with this guy that's been her boyfriend. and him and her are on the outs now. And it's like, I don't like getting involved in stuff like that. I don't even like getting involved in stuff like that, dealing with my own family, dealing with my sister. The only way I'm getting involved is if somebody actually, like, if my sister showed up and was like, I need your help, then yeah, because she's my sister. Anybody else shows up and is like, I need your help, I'm like, tell me the story, what's the problem? My sister, I would be like, okay, and she would tell me, I wouldn't even have to ask her to tell me the story. She would tell me the story as she was driving to where the hell ever we're going. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because we came from the same family and stuff. Same parents, we're sisters, But it's like, yeah, if somebody physically hurts my sister, ooh. That's all I can say. Ooh. Just, no, don't do it. And, but then at the same time, because my sister and me are not close, and I bet you 10 that if somebody was to physically hurt me, that she'd probably be like, oh, you'll be fine, just get over it. Because I've always been the one to play the big sister role more so than her. I don't know why God made me this way. But then again, I would like to believe that maybe she would care. And that's just like when I got my... Please, shit. Oh my God, I don't want to cry. But, over a year ago, I had to get a tooth pulled because the cavity got so bad in it, I wasn't able to go to the dentist. I hadn't been to the dentist in years to have my teeth cleaned or anything. I'm sure a lot of people know what that's like, not having money, not having medical insurance and everything else. But, and I hate that I had to get a tooth pulled and, like, my parents paid for me to have braces. And, I mean, hell, I had the cavity for like 5 fucking years, and I was like, eventually one day I'm gonna have the money to, and I never did, and nobody was willing to help me to go to the dentist to have the cavity filled. But by the time it got so bad that I'm walking around having to live off of Tylenol, then it's like, well, now my grandmother will pay, for it to be pulled. And I'm just like, why couldn't you have paid to have the cavity filled like 2 years ago? But everything works the way it does. I don't know why. But my sister actually called my mom because I was living here, and I haven't had any type of anything like that done in a really long time. And I don't know, because I do have heart palpitations quite a bit. I do believe I have a sticky heart valve. And then my dad had a heart attack. My papa died of a heart attack. Heart disease runs in our family. So does high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all that, and just then diabetes and all kinds of stuff and everything. But she called my mom and was like trying to give advice to my mom. And see, that's the thing with my mom being the narcissist. So she's in control, and so she puts a wedge between the children. And she likes the children to shit talk each other, and that's the way she likes to keep it for the majority. That way she's got somebody she can go to whenever she's mad at the other child to just shit talk about. And it's like a few years ago, I just put my foot down with her, and I was like, if you have a problem with Brandy, I was like, how about you talk to Brandy about it instead of to me about it? Because I got tired of being the voice of reason or whatever whenever she's like, your sister done something so stupid. Just like when my sister got pregnant with my youngest niece, Delaney. My mom was like, your sister went and got pregnant again. God, and I was like, I was like, I told you. That she was, I was like, go figure. I was like, here I am married, trying to get pregnant by my husband, and then we get separated or what the hell ever, and now my sister's pregnant. I was like, yep. I was like, that goes to show. She's like, I can't believe she's so stupid. And I'm like, I can. Like, I was always taught that, that's the way I had to be, is I had to shit talk. When my mom shit talked, I had to shit talk. And so, about 3 damn years ago, I just looked at her one fucking day when she was, like, shit talking my sister, and I was like, listen, I was like, if you have a problem with Brandy, take it up with Brandy. I was like, I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing you complain about her. I said, you praise her one minute, and then you complain on her the next. You talk about how a great daughter she is, and then whenever you go out in public and everything, she's your great special golden child that can't do nothing wrong. I was like, I do everything wrong, supposedly. And I was like, but boy, whenever y'all need somebody to climb around like a damn monkey and fix something somewhere or some shit or what the hell ever, or just like when, I swear, I told, was it Jennifer? I think it was Jennifer yesterday in the car, yeah, because she's the only person I saw yesterday. That's right, while I was at her kids' gymnastics. But I was sitting there and I was just like, I wish to God I would have left that fucking trampoline in the goddamn trees. Because if I wouldn't have went out there and helped my damn dad get that damn trampoline out of the fucking trees, for starters, if he would have got it out, he would have ripped it. Because I had to holler at him and be like, hey, stop, you're fixing to bust it, And I had to explain to him in the calmest terms, and I had to be like, okay, we've got to pick it up because there's this branch here that's broken in half that's fixing to puncture the trampoline, I was like, you're not going to get it that way. But he else would have ripped it, or he would have just broke it completely, because my dad goes out there and breaks shit, like, phenomenally is the best way to word it. Like, he's always been like that. If he don't get the help when he wants the help, he ends up doing it himself and he ends up breaking it. And I can't say I'm kind of a little like that. That's like whenever I tried every way in the world to get my sister or my mom to help me carry an inflatable pool from a neighbor's house back home for my daughter's 3rd birthday. And they were too tired. They didn't feel like it. It's an inflatable balloon that probably weighs maybe 10 pounds at the most with the air in it. That's all I had to do, is I had to take it over and get it pumped up by the neighbor. And my little stubborn ass, the neighbor was like, hey, you want me to help you carry that back over? And I was like, no, I got it. Because I was mad, because I wanted my family to help, not the neighbor to help. And so I ended up popping the son of a bitch whenever I carried it back over. I was so mad. I was so disappointed. I actually wasn't mad. I actually sat down and cried. Like, I was disappointed in myself. And I was like, he knew. And the thing is when he seen me whenever I popped it, because he was watching me, And what it was is they had like these trees that was planted, and there wasn't enough room to get the fucking pool. And they weren't fully grown. They were just, like 3 foot high at the time, or what the hell ever. And so it ended up dragging over the top of the tree, and it popped it. And I was just like, can somebody shoot me? All I wanted to do was give my kid a decent birthday party and have somebody help me with one fucking thing that's actually physically doing with the birthday party. I mean, I know there's the physical driving of taking me to pick up the cake or taking me to get gifts or whatever. But besides that, something that's more physical interaction, decorations or something. But anyways, Lord, it's just been a day. And it ain't even been a day. Like, I ended up staying up all night. Didn't sleep, which, I mean, hell, I kind of do that anyways. And then I just slept and woke up. And I've had the dogs out since before I went to sleep. But I don't know. It's just, my mind's in 50 million places. But anyways, Jennifer, I think she likes me, because she said several things to me that insinuate that she likes me. And I'm flattered to a degree because, anybody that likes anybody, but then again, not, because I think I don't want to be like, I'm more mature in this than her, because I have my immaturities as well. But the best way to word it is she don't love like I do. She don't, love with the same intensity. And if she were to watch this and see this, she would think that I mean actual physical intensity, And she wouldn't understand that I don't mean that, and that I just mean almost like endurance wise. And that you can tolerate the person and their shit for the rest of their damn life because there's just that feeling, that overwhelming, like two puzzle pieces that have been, just forever, and they finally just click and line up, and everything. But, anyways, I don't know. And then, I went to sleep and I woke up, and when I woke up, oh my God, my hip, my left hip, my leg where it attaches to my hip, it felt like it needed to pop. It still feels like it needs to pop, but I can't get it to pop. And then if I do, it's going to hurt like hell. And then it was making it hurt down here where it's hurt before in my thigh. And I'm like, oh, it's because my ankle's messed up. And my ankle's popped a lot here over the past 2 weeks. And it's part of me is if maybe my heel is just jammed up really fucking well. Because if you think about it, if you jam your heel, is the best way I can think of to word it. If you jam it, just, and all the bones are kind of, and then you walk on it, and you continue to walk on it, then it's never going to become undone, or so I would think. I don't know, though. I mean, in all honesty, though, it would probably be the toe before my pinky toe that's probably, got a fracture in the bone leading up to it, because that shit hurt for the longest, and that's what killed me at night for the first year and a half after it happened. And I swear to God, I wanted to beat my fucking foot off with a goddamn hammer, and to know that my mother wouldn't take me to the doctor, And so I woke up with my hip hurting, and I was just like, fuck it. And it's like I stated before in a video prior, that it's I woke up, and it's literally, it's almost like there was this voice, if you will. And I mean, this is not something that, happens every day or every month or every week or anything like that, But it's just an overwhelming sense of dread, and it's I guess if dread had a voice, And it's this one morning I woke up, a month ago or 2 months ago, and it was just kill yourself. Just kill yourself. Just do it already. And I was just nope, not dealing with this. Going back to sleep. Fuck it. I was I ain't even got the time or the energy to put up with whatever the hell this negativity is that's set in my mind, and I was has somebody put a curse on me? And then I was who is sending such negative energy my way that they're just fucking kill yourself? Because that's the way that I view it as, is it's such a negative energy, and I'm just you think I'm gonna listen to you? I'm just you funny. You funny. That's one thing Heather don't do too well, But then again, I do, But for as far as if I don't think I should, you kind of fucked, I don't know. So that day, whenever that was, because I made a video about it, I was just nope, ain't dealing with it. Going to sleep. So I laid down, went back to sleep, woke up, felt a little better. Well, this morning, whenever I woke up, and see, ever since I got the phone call about my job interview. And I was like, okay, I got the job. And then it's like, well, I don't know. And let me go to the interview and see if I got the job. And then I get there and it's like, yay, I got the job. Okay, I got orientation today. And I got to take a shower here in a little bit. But it's like, okay, I got orientation. And it's like, all right. And it's like, I was supposed to drop some papers off up there on Friday. And I didn't. Because I think it was Friday, or maybe, no, it was Saturday. Shit, no, it was Saturday. Hell, and I told them Friday. My mind, Jesus Christ, I can't remember the days of the week. But anyways, I remember now, though, that it was Friday that I had my job interview. So Saturday, I was supposed to drop some papers off if I could. I was unable to. And then Sunday, and plus I got like really bad sick. Like really, really bad sick with my stomach, and like it literally felt like a regular size blown up balloon was just right here up under my rib cage. I was nauseous, all kinds of stuff. And luckily, even though that's still going on and the swelling's slowly going down, and right now it feels like I got a knot about that big, I'm taking, Prilosec and Tums. I'm taking a Prilosec pill every day and then taking Tums at least 2 or 3 times a day and everything. And so it's like helping everything for as far as that. But, so didn't go Saturday to drop the papers off, even though I could have, I guess you'd say. But I was so under the weather. And then wasn't even sure I had the right papers. And was told that I could borrow Jennifer's car. This is when she still had her car. And then Sunday came. And, of course, I couldn't get the papers I needed on Sunday. And I wasn't sure if I had the right papers or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, And then Monday, yesterday, and I was like, I need to go and get the papers and everything. And now that I've went and got the papers, I'm like, wait, aren't these the same papers that I already had? And I'm like, shit. And then I'm like, well, I got a copy if I ever need them, and I'll just keep them in my purse if I ever need them, because there's a highly likely possibility that I might need them here in the near future. But, that's what I'm telling myself. But then again, there's no telling me and everything. But I'm just like, okay, and I'm like, well, and I'm like, well, at least now I know, And so I called yesterday and I was like, hey, I was supposed to bring papers up there. I'm so sorry that I didn't. I wasn't feeling good. And then it was just a bad weekend because Jennifer losing her car and stuff. And I was like, and so is it all right if I bring the papers up there, whenever I come up there? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, and everything. But it's like during all these days, it's like because of the bad luck bug, I guess you'd say, kinda, me feeling sick, and then her losing her car, getting her car stolen, and that she's my ride, and luckily her friend let her borrow the car, and all this and everything. And so I've been sitting there and I'm like, should I just stop right now and go ahead and start packing stuff up? Because I still got 10 days in the month, or no more. I got 15 days in the month, and then I got 1 or 2 days into the next month to get the hell out of here, And I'm like, should I just go ahead and start packing stuff right now and just get the fuck out of here and just pay to move and pay to go back and live with my grandmother? If my grandmother will have me, and then if not, then pay for all my stuff to be put in storage and go stay in a homeless shelter and put the animals between, else her and my kid with my parents, or all with her, as long as I'm stopping by once a month and buying them their food and dropping it off and being like, here, and as long as I put them outside and they're caged, because the way my grandmother, her property's set up, it wouldn't take me long to cage in an area, that's decent enough. But I'm just like, should I just do that? And it's like, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, do that. And, you're going to feel so much more relaxed and so much more ease. And then you can get back on Medicaid maybe. And maybe eventually you can have your leg looked at. Because maybe eventually somebody will care enough about you to come pick you up from there where she lives and take you, and just hide whenever your dad shows up like a little kid in the back bedroom because you don't want to see him, And I mean, there's all these thoughts going on in my head, and then it's like, or just go stay at a homeless shelter, and by the time you've had a job for 3 months, like you'll be good, for as far as working shit out, and saving you money and stuff. And then, or I'll be decent at least. And then it's like, I don't know. And then it's like, but I really want to do the adult thing, but what the hell's the adult thing, But I really want to finish up my lease here. And when I move, I want to be moving into a new place, And I'm just like, ugh. And this is all this time, these thoughts have been going in the back of my head. And so I'm just like, I don't know. And then Jennifer, since her lease is fixing to be up with the dude, I believe, she could maybe finish out my lease here. And since it's cheaper here than it is there, that would help her. That would benefit her. But then that wouldn't benefit me, I don't think. But then again, it might, because I really want to have my leg looked at. I really don't mind living with my grandmother. Hell, I was trying to live with her, and that's the thing, too. I talked to her the other day to ask to borrow the truck whenever Jennifer's car got stolen. And she's like, I'll see what I can do. And, of course, I was just like, sure you will. I was like, we done been there, done that, and crossed that road 50 million times. And I'm like, Lord, please give me a different answer this time. Instead of the, no, he can't, I'm not gonna let you, answer that I've always got from them. I'm like, please let this be the time that they're like, okay, And I'm like, what? What did you say? Oh my God, you said yes. You didn't tell me no, I'm like, please let that happen. But I can't get this lid on straight. Woo. But anyways, I'm just like, I just had a deja vu and it was not good. But anyways, so it's just all been piddling. I'm going to rephrase because that deja vu I do not want to happen. But, I'm so sleepy right now. Stevie. But, I don't even know what to do with that. God, why do I have those? Supposedly I've read before that deja vu is a dream of your day and the way it's supposed to happen sent to you by an angel. But then if the devil's a fallen angel, then could it be a corrupt angel that's sending you the deja vu? I don't know. I ain't figured it out yet. I'm only 30. Concluding I've only had it occur a couple times in my life. I don't know. But I know that when it's bad, not to do it, when it's something like really bad. Because I had a deja vu about like a death. And boy, I put my foot down on that shit. I stopped everything in its tracks. I was like, nope, ain't doing nothing like shown in my deja vu because ain't nobody dying. And then people are like, oh, deja vu ain't real until they have it. And then they're like, whoa, and I'm like, yeah. But, anyways. So dealing with the job, I hadn't really been knowing what to do other than I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to try it. And that's the thing, too, like I said, about that day that I woke up and whatever, and it was like, just kill yourself. It's like I woke up and it's like, just don't go to the job. Just don't do the job. Just don't do the work. Just don't do any of it. go live with your grandmother, go get your leg taken care of. I mean, it was just this, and it wasn't that in detail, but it's like, it was just like, what would follow, it's like the one thing, because the one thing before, it was just one simplistic thing, and it was like, go kill yourself. And so this morning, whenever I woke up, it was like, oh, fuck, my leg hurts, and my hip was hurting, and like, it feels like it's grinding, and I was just like, I hate life. And then I was like, God, why do I have to live with this? And then I was like, God, and then I was like, but there's people that have other broken things. And then I started thinking about the homeless people that are here. And even though there's homeless people that are literally right here where I live, they're homeless because of their life choices, if you get what I'm saying. They don't do the most legal things. And that's another reason that I need to move. But then again, hell, in all honesty, there's people like that everywhere. And I ain't never had a problem with these people. They have never been aggressive or anything, which sometimes you gotta watch out, because sometimes you do bump into the ones that are aggressive and want to take it out on you and stuff like that. And I have to say that these have, they have a common decency about them, and everything, and I applaud them for that, because it's hard because I've witnessed the ones that don't have the common decency because they're just so strung out. And then, like, I've witnessed the aftermath of, like, them sitting and crying, because they've stirred up more shit in their life. But, anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, about laying in bed. So I'm laying in bed, my leg's hurting. I'm like, And I'm like, why can't I get medical insurance? And then I'm like, why can't I go to the doctor? And then I'm like, oh my God, and then I'm like, well, there's other people that can't go to the doctor, Heather, suck it up, and I'm like, just get over it, and I'm like, it's not that bad, it's not the end of the world, you're not going to die from it, even though there's part of me that's like, the hypochondriac that's like, yes, you're going to die because it's horrible, and I'm like, shut up. The part of my brain that was raised by my grandmother that is a hypochondriac, shut the fuck up, And it's like, I'm not really saying this out loud, and I'm not really even thinking it that elaborate in my mind, but I'm just thinking how to word it right now, but I'm just like, no, not going there, and I'm just like, it's okay, it'll be okay, there's people that deal with worse things, be grateful for what you do have, and all that and everything, and I was just like, so it's okay. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work and I'm going to try it out and I'm going to see what, it's like and this and that and everything's going to be good and so on and so forth, and this, like, I'm just, Stevie, would you go on, please? Like, sitting looking at me. What do you want? What do you want, baby? I know you want fed, but you're not getting fed right now. But, so anyways, dang on, it's like, just don't go to that job. Just don't go to work. Just don't go back to work. And so I'm sitting there, and that's my only two options, to a degree and everything. Now, Jennifer, because I think she likes me, I think she kind of, I don't know. But it's like, no. And it's like I told her flat out last night, I was like, I can't live. I was like, because I think about things. I'm the overthinker, and it's like, trust the overthinker that loves you, EJ, because they've thought of every fucking reason, EJ, to not love you, EJ, okay? Even if you don't romantically love me, EJ, it's like, that's fine, EJ. Sorry, alarm. But that's fine, EJ, it's like, okay, if you don't love me romantically, but God, for the love of God, can we at least talk and be friends? We don't even have to see each other anymore right now, because I really don't give a shit. I ain't even gonna lie, I don't give a shit. In all honesty, though, but, like, if I received a text from you, I'd probably be like, when can we hang out? Because I would just be overly excited like a little kid. But that's when you're just like, wait, didn't you say in your video? And I'll be like, yeah, okay, never mind. But, like, seriously, like, I like talking to you. I miss you. You know? And, like, I don't know how good of a friend you really were to me, but I really liked you. Una, stop licking the couch. The couch is not you. You are not the couch. Stop licking it. Una! Stop licking the couch. Don't lick the couch. Don't give me Elvis lip. And now you're sniffing your own butt. But anyways, I don't know. All I know is I'm a Leo. I don't like to be aggressive. Even though people are like, you are. I'm like, you have no idea. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just like, because I'm a lion when wars, you know, and when, you know, and it's like, there's certain people that have came in my life before that have wanted to push buttons. And once they push me so far, I roar back, and then they're like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And I'm just like, and then there's some that are like, you're so mean, you know, and everything. And I'm just like, no, I know what I think. I know what I believe in. But anyways, I told Jennifer last night, I was like, because I've lived here, this makes 4 years. I've lived here. I'm the head of my household. Even though I've rent from my landlord, and my landlord tried to make sure that she knew that, like, this, you know, that I know that this is her place and everything. And that's the reason I was just like, you know what? I can't get along with you no more. We ain't friends. And whenever my lease is up, I'm moving out. You know, I was like, because I can't do it no more. You know, I was just like, Lord, love a duck. No, you know, Lord, baby Jesus, I can't, you know. And it's not, you know, how could you spell that? You could spell it Kaint, like ain't, and instead of a C, put a K. I can't, you know, I can't do it no more. Anyways. Oh Lord. But like seriously, I can't do that no more. I don't know what it's like, and it's like for as far, and I have to. I'm a very dominant person, I guess, and I don't mean that in a sexual way, like, you know, and everything. I mean that for as far as just my personality, and I've always have been, and like my parents and stuff and everything, and that's even with my husband. Like, and Jennifer is like that to a degree, even with her boyfriend, you know, and even with dealing with her kid. You know, there's certain things that she's like, oh, you can't do that to my kid because that's my kid. And I get that as a parent, but then again, I think, see, even in that we disagree. There's leniencies, you know, because other people can teach your kids stuff that you can't teach them. So therefore, you have to give the opportunities for others to teach your children, you know, and if a child is taught a lesson in a few different ways, then the child eventually notices those different ways, and then the child can figure out more about themselves and who they are and which way they best learn and stuff. And so, it's like me and my husband, whenever we got together and got married and everything, like, I was like, okay. I was like, I don't want to be like your dad, but technically you kind of are because you're married to mom. I was like, so, yeah. I was like, so you're a dad. And I was like, so get used to that, even if she never calls you dad. I was like, you're a dad, you know. I was like, as long as you stay with me and stay with us and keep the marriage going and we don't get divorced and we don't get separated and this and that, you're a dad. I was like, because I'm a mom, and you can't be with me and not be a dad. You have to be a dad, you know, and you have to be a dad to my kid. Just like if you had a kid, I would have to be mom to your kid, you know, even though it's a step parent. And I was like, so there you have it, And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. But in truth, he wasn't. And he just wanted a child that was biologically his, which I found out later on whenever he smarted off to me. And he said things like, well, she ain't my kid to me a few times. And so I'm just like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like, let me come here and beat you over the head with a guitar like I'm so fucking mad, like, just, ooh. But, anyways, rewind, let's get back from that and everything. But, like, I told him, at first, I was like, you can't really, like, get onto her, bad. I was like, you can get onto her, like, because I've always been kind of flexible, that way my child sees what the world's like. Because, in my opinion, like, if you raise a kid and you're like, okay, nobody else can get on to you if you do anything bad except for me because I'm your parent, then that teaches the child only the parent's way of being gotten on to. And then when the child grows up and the child is an adult and the child, let's say, gets a job or is in a classroom and they've moved out and they're in a dorm or whatever, and so they're not with mommy, and the professor or the boss gets onto them in a completely different way for something that their mom or dad never would have got onto them for, or maybe the boss is like really upset, and like kind of screams at them, or the professor does, or maybe they humiliate them, where the parent would have just pulled them aside and been like, don't do this, don't ever do it again, And so then the child has no coping mechanism on how to handle that because they didn't learn it at a young age. And so, so I told my husband, I was like, listen, I was like, you can get on to her. I was like, but do not scream at my child and do not spank my child. I said, if you believe that my child needs to be spanked or whipped, or whatever, I said, for starters, you know that I spank her rarely. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you've whipped her once since we've been together. And at that point in time, we'd been together like, I don't know, 8 months. Because I like cried on the phone whenever I did it, He's like, what's wrong? I was like, I had to whip her because she wouldn't stop, But, so anyways, I was like, she kept breaking the rule. I had to get on to her. But anyways, I was like, if you feel that it's something that requires a spanking because you've asked her to not do it several times and she still keeps doing it and so on and so forth and this and that and everything, I was like, we can sit down and we can discuss it. I would prefer us to discuss it in private, and then if I see it fit and I agree with you that yes, she has done something worthy of, a spanking or a whipping, then I will give her one more warning to not do it again. And if she does it again, then because you've done gave her warnings and she didn't mind you, and I gave a final warning because I'm mother and I'm final authority because I'm actual biological mother, and she misbehaves, then I will spank her. But it never even got to that point, in all honesty. It didn't. And in all honesty, he wasn't prepared to be a dad. Because one day I was like, I'm going to lay and I'm going to get a tan. I'm going to lay out. And I was like, so y'all stay in the house. I was like, I'm going to lay out here in the backyard. And I was like, y'all just do whatever. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, you can just watch TV or whatever you want to do. I said, she needs to straighten up her room. I said, I've done told her to be straightening up her room. I said, but just go in there and check on her periodically, because at that point in time was when people were like, we think your daughter might have ADHD. We're not sure, And I was like, just go in there about, every 15 minutes, and just be like, hey, are you cleaning still? Remember, you're not supposed to be playing. You're supposed to be cleaning, just like a reminder. And so he did that. And she's like, yeah. And he did it again, apparently. And she's like, yeah, And she's like, would you leave me alone or something like that? So he comes out and tells me that she said something piddly like that. And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, it's very disrespectful or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, well, tell her that you felt that was very disrespectful. So apparently he went in there and told her or something. And then she apparently they got into like a bicker or whatever. So he come out to me again, tells me about the bicker. I can't remember word for word, like verbatim or even close to it right now. So I'm not even going to pretend to. And I'm just like, okay, and I'm like, well, you said some pretty rude things to her, because like he did or whatever, kind of like, hey, listen to me and I'm the adult and stuff like that. And I was like, that's kind of the way that you worded it and everything. I said, so I guess y'all are fair right about now, and I was like, so just keep checking on her or whatever. So apparently he went back in there again to say something like, hey, clean your room. And my kid just, looked at him and was like, you're not my dad. And I am cleaning my room. My mom told me to. And so he come out, and that's the thing too, is like my kid wasn't cleaning the room the way that he expected a child to clean a room. And so I was asking him, like, how's she cleaning it? And he's like, God, she's taking forever, this and that. And I was like, well, she can take all day. I was like, it's morning or afternoon. I was like, hell, she's got 5 or 6 hours she can take to clean her whole damn room if that's what she wants to do, and waste her day that way. Instead of having it clean in like 30 minutes or an hour and then playing, I was like, that ain't no big deal to me. And he's like, well, I'm trying to help her so that way she hurries and gets it done. And I said, there ain't no hurrying my kid. Like, there ain't no hurrying nobody. There ain't no hurrying me, and maybe it's a Myers woman thing, but once a Myers woman has made up her mind to put her feet in the ground, if you will, and just be like, nope, ain't doing it right now. Pissed me off, hurt my feelings, upset me, or I'm just tired or whatever. Honey, you ain't gonna get us to budge. It don't matter if you wave $1 billion in front of us. We'll just look at it. Hell, we'll probably light it on fire just to watch it burn and be like, ha, that's funny. And just keep on going, like, whenever we're ready. Like, and so I was just like, well, don't try to force her then, I was like, you can go in there and talk to her and tell her you're trying to help her and stuff. And so apparently he went in there and talked to her, and he's like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to help you. So he's sitting there helping her, and he's like trying to get her to stay focused, and he's like, here, put this in there. Here, put that in there. And like, he's hurrying like a man, kind of like the kid that shoves everything in the closet and shuts the doors and is like, my room's clean, which hell, I did that a few times as a kid. But that's the way he's doing. And see, my child is my child, and I'm meticulous, and I had done explain this to my husband. He'd done noticed this about me. He made fun of me because I had the DVDs in a certain order, and then he learned the order, though, and he loved it because he knew where to look for the fucking DVD, and I was like, see? I was like, and so my child, and still like today, even though she gets really frustrated with it because her mind is not developed as mine, so she can't categorize in as much detail as I can, but still, even at that, she's always known how to categorize to a degree. That's just like when she was 2 and we had a box for stuffed animals and one for stuffed animals that, ran off batteries, and then hard plastic toys, and then hard plastic toys that had batteries and lights and stuff. We had 4 Love's boxes sitting in the den, and she knew which box they went in after like 2 weeks. When she was 2 years old, she knew exactly where every toy belonged. And so here's my husband, apparently, when he explained it to me, just sitting there shoving stuff in the drawers and trying to shut the drawers and be like, okay, your room's clean. Because he's thinking as long as it's out of the floor, man clean, as long as it's out of the floor, it's clean. I don't do that unless I absolutely have to, because I'm so frustrated with how dirty things have been that I'm like, fuck it, I don't care as long as it's put up and out of the way. Or if it's like, I need to vacuum the floor, and the floor needing to be vacuumed is a hell of a lot more important than where the hell the shit belongs right about now. I can figure that out later, But for the most part, I'm meticulous with where things go and which order they go in and stuff. And so my kid was pulling out, like, he would take a bunch of toys, cram them in the drawer and shove the drawer in, and my kid would open the drawer back up. And he's like, no, it's fine, it's full, it can't fit no more. And she's like, that don't belong there. She's like, this belongs here, and that belongs there, and everything. And so he come out to me because he was frustrated about that. And at that point in time, I was like, I give up. I was like, y'all are bickering like little kids. And I went in there to my kid, Ava, and like that. like, they'd both cried is the thing, because they got into such an argument about it. Like, not verbally screaming or anything, but just bickering like kids, like brother and sister more than, father and daughter. And so I went in there, and my kid's kind of sitting there, but she's kind of mad, angry, and everything. She's putting stuff up. And I'm like, what's the deal? What's going on? He done told me his side of the story. You tell me yours. And she's like, he did this and he did that and that don't belong there. And I was like, well, honey, he don't know where your stuff goes. I said, he don't understand. I said, so you didn't have to bite his head off. I said, there's a way to talk to him about it. And she's like, well, he's not my dad, and he don't know where stuff goes. And I was just like, and like he kind of turned and walked away because it hurt his feelings, and I was like, oh my God, like, dude, like, you have to earn, and then you did earn, and she was calling you dad, and what did you do, you son of a bitch? You got on your truck and you never came back. And I bet you 10 you still got those 2 Valentine's cards that are signed by her, where she wrote Daddy and she wrote Love, Ava. I bet you 10 you still got them. Just like you probably still got the 3 bear stuffed animal Valentine's gift. Then again, maybe not. Asshole. Oh my God, asshole. And then my grandmother mentioned that shit to me. She's like, have you spoke to him? Whenever I called her asking her about the damn truck. I'm like, no. Why do people not process this? Yes, I can talk about him. I can talk about Adam. I have talked about Adam. Just because I talk about somebody that I used to have a relationship with does not mean that I'm trying to be in their life, grandmother. How the hell your brain doesn't process that? Because apparently when you talked about somebody that you used to have a past relationship with, that meant that you was still trying to get back with them or some shit. I don't know. But that don't mean that with me, okay? So you need to get over it, and you need to stop asking me where the hell he's at, because I don't know. I know he's driving a truck somewhere. The only reason I know that is because he told me flat out he was never going to stop being a truck driver. And then even at that, it could be a lie. Maybe he has stopped driving a truck. I have no idea. I don't give a shit. That's just like Adam. Adam got locked up in October. Is he still locked up? I don't know. I haven't looked it up anymore. Don't care. Not because I'm mean and heartless and cruel, but because they were mean and heartless and cruel, and so I don't give a shit anymore. And when I don't give a shit anymore, I don't give a shit anymore. And it's not necessarily like speaking emotionally and heart-wise. Yeah, I care. But it's, I can't tolerate your bullshit anymore, and I'm not going to. That's what it is. So that's where I'm at. But I'm going to go ahead and end this because, yeah, it's about time for Rugrat to get off the bus. And then I got to get ready, get her settled, and get ready. I don't know. So I'm going to end this video here. Plus, it's coming up on an hour. I didn't think I was going to end up making it this long, but battling depression, anxiety, anything like that, just keep shutting it out. And that's even like Jen, like, she keeps talking to me about how she don't believe in God. Okay. I don't sit here and talk to her all the time about how I do believe in God, and it's getting really infuriating. And I don't know if she knows that she's doing it or not, or if she's just used to always going around preaching about how she don't believe in God. But it's getting monotonous, to say the least, because I'm just like, I done know where you stand with God. And that's the reason I can't give you advice in certain categories that I want to. I wish I could, but it's because you're not going to tolerate what you would label as the stupidity of it. So if you think I'm stupid, then why would you even want to be my friend? Okay, you want to be my friend because you feel bad for me maybe and you want to help me out. Okay, that's fine. But why would you want to then crush on me and like me? If you are crushing on me and liking me, which you seem like you are from things that you've said, and I'm just like, makes no sense. And I get that EJ says that she hates kids, but I do not believe that she hates kids. And, that's the way it is sometimes with people. But I do believe that Jennifer doesn't believe in God, and I do know that I do believe in God. But anyways, I'm going to end it here. Anybody needs somebody to talk to, you can hit me up on my Facebook Messenger and talk to me there about things and stuff. It literally sounds like somebody's right outside. I don't know if they're doing road work again or what. But, yeah, just keep putting your best foot forward. Keep trying. It's all anybody can do. You just keep trying. Keep trying. But you also try to make the wisest decisions. What's the wisest decision? And not in a fully selfish way of what's going to benefit you, but what's going to benefit you and the people that you care about. Because you got to have people up under you that you care about. Because if not, then you're being a selfish narcissist. And then really question, really take the time to question if it's really going to benefit you and stuff in the long run. Try to look into the future that way. Don't try to look into the future for as far as panic and worry and I got to hurry and fix everything now. No, look into the future and be like, okay, is this actually, think about where it's going to lead you and what path it's going to lead you down. But other than that, I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to get ready and get this kid off the bus and get ready for my orientation and hopefully do well at it and hopefully get along with my new crew members and, what's hope's 2 daughters, anger and courage, anger, to change the way that things are and the courage to actually do it, And so, yeah. But I'm going to let you go, and I hope you're doing well, and if you like the videos, you can comment, share, like, or subscribe, or if you like anything in it, or you want to talk about any of the subjects that, I'm talking about in any of my videos, you can comment, share, like, or subscribe, or write me on my messenger, and we can talk about things and stuff like that. But I'm going to let you go, and I'll catch you later, and I'll talk to you tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Boy, that sounded real intelligent. But I'll let you go, and I'll catch you later. Keep putting your best foot forward. You got this. You got it.